What's good, yo? Welcome to my review for this week's episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, and holy fuck. Yo. This episode, this episode was fucking fire, man. This episode was fucking fire. I literally have nothing. Araki, like I mentioned on Twitter, Araki has a fucking genius. He has left me, last night he did anyway, left me in complete and utter despair. I was like, what? It was crazy. And since Diamond is Unbreakable has gotten so crazy now that, you know what, I'm going to start doing episode reactions for the rest of the series. For the rest of Diamond is Unbreakable is airing, for like the last few episodes, I'm going to be reacting to all of them. Because I know shit is going to get crazy from here on out with Hayato and everything. I am excited to see it, and I can't wait, man. It's going to be fire. And so, yeah, I know I mentioned this before, and I haven't really I mentioned this back before I first started doing Dice Bales when I was around at the same time when I was doing the Tournament Power with my super reviews. I said, hey, you guys want me to do episode? And I haven't done a good job keeping advertising that, but nobody's been asking for, so I was just like, so I think I just gave up on that. So like, whatever. So yeah, and also one last thing, guys. Sorry about the delay of this review. Hopefully this doesn't get up too late at night. It is pretty late right now when I'm recording this, but you know, Money in the Bank. You know, Money in the Bank was on early too. Which overall, Money in the Bank was actually a thumbs up show. I give it a 7 out of 10. Matches were pretty. The ones the matches I expected to be good were pretty good. AJ Styles versus versus Seth Rollins. Oof, fucking fire, man. Man's Money in the Bank fucking pissed me off with Brock Lesnar winning. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, but you know, I'm not. In case you guys wondering, I'm not going to do a review for Money in the Bank, so that's why I'm giving my quick little thoughts up right now. Anyway, let's just jump right into JoJo this week. So we started off exactly where we left off last week. Kira started, of course. I had to say, by my eyes, you have made me a proud papa. You have kept that meddlesome Rohan at bay. I say you're a chip right off the old log. Now I have even more reasons to provide for my beautiful family. But first, the adults need to talk. So then he walks up to Shinobu, and he's like, "Oh, I'm off to work, but I would like a goodbye kiss before I leave." Kira's also doing this just to piss off Hayato. Let's be frank, because we know last time the first time he won nothing of it. He left. This time it's just to piss off Hayato. And so then he's like, "Oh, she's like, oh." Okay, so then they slowly so their faces slowly come together, and slowly come together. Before then, the coffee pot breaks again. Now, you can tell now for Hayato's expression, it doesn't look like he actually went and purposely did it. It looks like it happened by itself, oddly. So that happens. So then Shinobu, she doesn't go quite as over the top and loses her mind as last time. She's like, "Oh, you don't even love me, do you?" You know, she's still crying. Well, she's still tearing up, and she's like, "Where did I go wrong?" You know, she's still tearing up and like, "Where did I go wrong?" But it's not like as bad as the first time. I was just like, "Woman, what the hell's wrong with you?" Like, calm down, woman, jeez. So anyway, so then Kira goes off and leaves for work. Puts on his shoes and leaves. He's carrying Hayato's hat. He's just chilling outside the door. Kira's like, now that I know there's another person like Yoshi that's like Kira, I need to Rohan. I need to talk to him, and so we can stop Kira. So then he grabs his shoes, goes upstairs, goes through out the window, climbs down the tree to get down the floor, and runs over to where Rohan is. And you can see Kira just hiding, just chilling by the doorway with the hat, just ready to put it back on Hayato. You know, just waiting by this time. So then he gets over to Rohan. The events still play out. Rains, the dude sneezes, but this time we see that zipper's down. Brother, pull that shit up, man. I get you old, but come on now, nobody wants to see that shit, man. So then he's like, okay. I got time now. I gotta figure out a way to not. If I can't talk to Rohan directly because you saved this guy, I gotta figure out a way to stop this. But then his page is still open up. He's like, what the? How did Rohan even see? He's like a guy that's when, like, you know, when you're playing like a stealth game or a game with stealth in it, and you're hiding my pill, yet you somehow still get caught. You're like, what the? How did you even see me? Can you see through walls? But of course, Kira says that no. This isn't like Rohan somehow has X-ray vision and you can see Hayato through the door. What it actually was the wheels of fate still turning. You can't stop them, and you can't stop them. So so even though when he turned into a book, he still turns into a book. He still is paid, still get, even though Rohan's not there, because that's what the contract. It's still going to fall down, even though he didn't do it himself. It goes throughout where it normally does, but this time it's stiff, but it still keeps going, but maybe just in a slightly different way. But no matter what the case is, it's still going to happen. It's an interesting take on. I'm not sure you would say time travel. I guess kind of like time travel, where like you can't stop shit from happening. It's an interesting take between the whole changing events and and between creating just different multiverses or different timelines. It's a nice little in between, I guess you could say, between those two different things that have been kind of like unanimously agreed upon when it comes to time travel movies. Like you either stop the events from happening completely, or you don't stop the events completely in your timeline, but you just create other timelines where that happens. Which is an interesting way I've seen a Rocky do it. So an example of this would be like I don't know if this example would be a completely great example, but let's just go with Tokyo Ghoul. So you guys know in Tokyo Ghoul Season 1, Kaneki had to choose between either the boyfriend or the girlfriend between these schools that were meant to save him. This happened in both the anime and the manga, so don't worry. But Kaneki ended up choosing none of them, which of course Yamari or Jason ended up killing both of them anyway. But say if Kaneki ended up picking one over the other, and say if you went back in time like this, and this the same laws apply here, both Yamari would still kill both of them. That's how it would go. Or if we didn't kill them directly, the other one would still die, and probably the same way. Which then he says, when Kira gets down, gets all close up to Hayato, he's like, Hayato? And he has that sick smile. I've seen that photo a couple times, with memes a couple times, but man, was that, whew. Art animation there from the guys over at Diva Productions. Great shit, man, that was freaky. So then, we get the OP. Now, the OP was different for this one. Now, I knew there was going to be another OP because I saw a thumbnail when I was looking up JoJo OPs. When I would look up JoJo OPs just to listen to the songs, of course, because JoJo OPs always have kick-ass songs. This was around when Part 4 was still... Well, this was after Part 4 already came out. A couple years later. This is when I actually started watching JoJo, more specifically Part 3. On Toonami and everything. So, and when I was scrolling through them, I would see pictures of Kira with the new hair, so like new haircut, and the original haircut. So I know Kira would get the different haircuts. But I always thought that it was just going to be the same OP, just with Kira having the different hairstyle. But no, different productions actually went the extra mile, and I feel bad for whoever has to shorten this on Toonami, because there's no way they can't do it. They legit can't do it without the OP being completely mangled, destroyed, because the way this is like any other OP where you got your art animation and the song. This OP is so specific and has its own specific theme that I swear you can't chop this in a way where it would still seem mildly coherent. You got the breakdown. Starts with the same as usual. Breakdown, dun 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 dun. Breakdown, dun 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 dun. Breakdown. And then once he's about to do the click, it goes boom. Then from there it just goes completely into some weird remix with like rewinding, and then when we get to JoJo, I'm not about the theory, so I'm not gonna analyze this shit for y'all. But it was really cool. And I really did the OP, and I even tweeted about this. Hold on, let me pull up my tweets. Because I live tweet a lot of this. That's why it feels like, alright. I need to just start doing live reacts to this, man, because this is getting fucking insane. Hold on. It'll probably take a while for me to find these tweets, but that whole OP was really, really interesting. I love that OP, man. I was like, whoa, this is really cool. But like I said, there's no way Toonami. I feel so bad for Toonami because there's no way they can do it without completely destroying people. Okay, yeah. Listen, I really hope Toonami doesn't chop this OP. There's no way they can do it without it being broke. That's true. They can't do it. So. Anyway, Jesus Christ, I've been talking for 9 minutes straight. Just about the intro of these episodes. I haven't even got to the major chunks. But anyway, so after that, we get back to Kira after the OP plays. But yeah, I love all the remixes, but enough of the OP. So we get to Kira. He comes over there, we see, and he's like, and now since the wheels of fate have already turned, I get to see Rohan die, but I'll still be having time to get to work. And so then the same events happen with Rohan. 3 explosions from his back, but he doesn't know why. It's like, Well, now Rohan has no idea why he's married Sundu, but I'm sure he realized that his life as a manga artist is now over. So then we got the 3 explosions from the back we saw the first time, and then he's like, and still makes his way over to where Koichi is, and then you get the files where he's like, Koichi! And I was like, no! I tweeted, no, Rocky, you bastard. I was like, no! Come on, because because when I found the touch, I was like, oh, thank God. Rohan is still alive and kicking. I'm like, wait, what? No? His death is permanent? Fuck! And I was in complete and utter despair. Then, this is the clever thing about Rock. He puts you in despair, gives you hope, and then immediately puts you right back into complete and utter despair. So from there, Akira's. But I gotta say, Hayato's English voice actor here, man. I don't know who's voicing him. I'll have to look it up and post it, and I'll be tweeting about this after probably tomorrow. About a little video clip of the episode from here of when he's like when some of the stuff that Hayato goes through, man. But Hayato's English voice actor, my God, is he one? I would say he's probably one of my favorite, one of the best voice actors. He's given one of the best performances I see throughout Diamond as Unbreakable. His performance here was fucking perfection, man. This man deserves a fucking raise after all from that amazing performance he gave off. Man, it was fucking fantastic. So he's like, no! And he's crying and everything, and he's like, well, now you know the power of bites the dust. But as long as you are my own personal little landmine. But as long as you do your job and kill the guards, I will not have, bites the dust will not harm you. Now, Daddy dearest has to go on to work. Be a good little boy and do whatever you schoolboys do. Don't be slacking at home. Don't be slacking at school. And he goes, and I love when Kira's like, oh, Daddy's gonna be going up to the train station now. Like, I love Kira, man. Oh my God, he's so evil. And he also tells, he knows that Jotaro and the others and Rohan's obnoxious cohorts, because he tells kill them off for me. Be a good listener. I'll be so proud of you, I love this scene, man. Yeah, Kira. So anyway, so then after that, Hayato runs over to Rohan's car. He's like, he trips on himself because of course he does. And it's raining. He's like, how can anyone defeat Akira? No, it's all my fault. I'm the reason. It's because he crossed paths with me. Rohan Kishime is dead. I'm honestly not doing this nowhere near as much. I'm not doing this shit any justice. Like I said, guys, the English voice acting here is so fucking good. Of course, you guys watched this. Most likely, you have already. You watched the episode on Toonami just like I did. You were in complete utter despair, like I was. Lest you were one of those people that watched it sub, then watching it dub, and you're probably laughing your ass off in my despair. Anyway. Well, like I said, voice acting here was fucking amazing, man. So then Koichi shows up. My man Koichi. My main man Koichi. He says, he's like, oh, hey, do you know what time it is? My watch seems to be out of commission right now. And the kid, and Hayato here just looks like death. He just sits there, like the man woke up. I can't, he just sits there. He's in complete and utter despair. He's like, his face, man. He just looked completely dead, man. And he's like, hello? Anybody there? He's like, oh, checks his watch. It's 8:33. 8:30, okay, it's 8:30. So then he tells Jotaro, like, hey, Mr. Jotaro, it's 8:30, it's past 8:30, so yeah, Rohan should be here. What? And but right before he started Jotaro, he was like, hey, do I know you from somewhere? You look very familiar. You would have to know who I am, do you? He's like, no, I don't. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to creep you out. Hopefully I didn't mean to creep you out. So then, when Jotaro comes in there, he's like, oh no, and then he notices that they're probably friends of Rohan. And he's like, oh, and they pulls up the photo, when Rohan, Hayato here is sweating balls. I'm surprised the kid hasn't straight up shit himself. So then Koichi pulls up his head, and we see the photo that he's holding, which of course is a photo that Rohan took of Hayato videotaping, shit, his name's still in my mind. Kawajiri? I'll just say the Kawajiri. I forget the dude's first name. Shit. Kawajiri. I'm just going to call him Kawajiri. But Kira. running like okay. He's like, oh shit. So then he runs in the opposite direction. Then he runs into to Josuke. Josuke catches him like, sorry kid, sorry kid. I'm still a little groggy from overseas. He's like, hey Koichi, hey Jotaro, I hope your father's been spiffy. You know, I hope you've been having a spiffy morning today. You know, Koichi, not Koichi, Okuyasu. Okay, so. And so this boy, all four of them have circled around Hayato. He is stuck in the middle here. The man here is Swenbo. Thank God it's raining. And so then he's like, oh, by the way, I'm still holding this. Here you go. He's like, oh, thank you. And so, and then Koichi's like, this kid looks so familiar, but yet I can't put my finger on. He looks too familiar for him to be a stranger. And then Jotaro says, Koichi, look at his name tag. And then it says Hayato Kawajiri. Like, and then I love how the anime had the spotlight that's right on top of Hayato. I thought that was a nice little addition added from the guys over at State Production. I thought that was a nice little touch there where they had the spotlight's like, crap, they know me. So then he tries to get out. So then he tries to run away. Oh, Josuke's like, whoa, kid, where do you think you're going? Oh, we're just, it's only 8:30, so you still got some time before class starts, man. And he's like, stop, my nose. He's like, oh crap, my nose is bleeding. He's like, yeah, he tries to run. He's like, I need a doctor. Tries to get out there. Josuke stops him, and he's like, hey man, you said your nose bleeding? Let's see it. So then he looks at his watch, and then I guess uses it to break his nose or at least make it bleed a little bit. I'm pretty sure he uses his watch because it looks at it, but the animators didn't know how to watch when he does it. So I'm assuming he used his watch and either broke his nose or just made it bleed. Because if you break your nose, I'm surprised Hayato didn't start crying in pain, screaming in pain, I should say. So then he shows him and it's bleeding. He's like, see, it's bleeding. I need to see doctors. And then I completely forgot about Shining Diamond's attack. Shining Diamond has the ability to heal people, which I swear. Then I was like, oh shit. But then I realized, oh shit, he can do that shit, so there's no point doing it. So then he has Shining Diamond fix him up, and I was just like, shit. You're fucked, man. You fucked, brother. You are fucked. So then I love how calm and nice and soft-spoken Josuke is here when he talks to Hayato. I thought that was a nice little addition there by the Viz guys over at Viz. So I thought it was nice. He introduced everyone, tells Nihiro that's Jotaro, that's one of my relatives. That Dirtface over there, which I love, he says Dirtface. Okuyasu like, huh? Lizzie's like, that's Okuyasu, that's Koichi, one of the nicest guy I know. And he's like, crap. And so then he's like, please don't, I can't answer any of your questions. And he's like, and then he shows the photo, like, hey man, if it's nothing, we won't leave. And he's like, it is something, but I can't answer your questions. Shit. He didn't say shit, but I'm like, shit. I was like, Hayato, man, you are screwed. So anyway. So they tried asking about him, who he is, why he's recording his father. He's like, please don't say anything else. I made you don't say. And everyone's like, wait, what? And he's like, crap. I said it. Now they're going to ask even more questions. And so then he tries to walk away. And he's like, hold on. Why can't we say anything else? And then he just goes down like the fetal thing. He just goes down on the ground. And goes and curls up into a ball. Goes down on the ground, starts crawling. But I was like. He's like, why can't we say anything else? What's going on here? Is it something to do with his dad? And he says, and Joseph's like, why don't we just ask about Kawajiri already? He's like, I can't. And then he pulls off his bag and growls out that he's still carrying his box cutter. I was like, wait, what? Why are you still carrying your box cutter? I'm just glad that you did bring your box cutter. So he gets out the box cutter and he's like, I have to die. I am the bomb, so they have to die. At least now they'll have a chance to defeat this devil. And goes to slice his throat. I was like, oh shit, they hide something, but then we never see any blood. Josuke checks Joe to check up on Hayato, where he sees that he's holding the knife right up his throat, but he can't fully go on because Deadly Queen is holding the knife, keeping him from killing himself. It's like, and then everyone's like, wait, that's Deadly Queen! That's Kurostea! And everyone gets their stands out, starts punching him, and start punching at Deadly Queen. They all get inside his eye, and boom. Then they all explode. Okay, now I got my tweets a little bit wrong. When Rohan died again, I said, no, Rohan. Then after that, when everyone else started dying, Koichi and Josuke and all the guys, I said, no, Araki, you bastard. So then, we get back to Kira. So of course, we go back to the time, turn back time, we're back to where Josuke was, or back when Hayato woke up and that whole morning. We get there, now he's screaming, and now he's completely screaming, and now he's like, no! And his mom's like, and Shinobu tells her, hey, I'm glad you're finally up, but you don't need to scream until early in the morning, Hayato. So then, tells her breakfast ready, she closes the door, goes back down, and crawls like, it's too late, it's permanent, I can't stop Yoshikage Kira, he's a monster. I am doing this scene no justice here. Whoever's voice, I'm assuming it's a woman, because women usually voice kids in both Japanese, both dubs and subs. But man, he or she, whichever one it is, did a phenomenal job here. My god, the voice acting here is fucking it's fucking fantastic, man. Fucking spectacular, man. It's like, you can't stop unless he dies or starts off this, or shuts off, bites the dust at just the right moment. That's it. So then he pulls out his box gun. I never thought it was possible in killing someone in cold blood. What if Kira called me a secret weapon? Well, if that's the case, I have my own. God, I've never prayed to God before, but if there is a God, help me find the strength to kill this monster. So then he goes upstairs, we see the cat plant. The cat plant now has that's like kind of bloomed more, and it has more of a face now, instead of kind of just like two eyes are just kind of just there in air. They now has more of a face. It looks a lot creepier now. It still looks really weird. It looks even weirder now, I should say. It's even weirder now, with like where it kind of looks more like a rose kind of thing. But yeah, it was creepy. I was like, man, that's weird, man. So anyway, he puts inside his bed, but he does like a little test run where he opens it up right by the sun, right by the window where it's open, pulls out the cat, and then starts waking up. And he's like, okay, shit. Closes it up, make sure before it starts firing up. It's like compressed air time. He's like, man, he has so much power even with barely any air left. Nice. So then he pulls out one of his textbooks. There's holes in it. I don't know why. They never really showed off why they're there. I mean, I think that was meant for the bullet to come out, but we never see it in action. At least, I don't think so. Anyway, but yeah, that was kind of weird. But anyway, goes downstairs, and so he's like, hey, he tells Mom, hey, Mom, I think Dad wants another cup of coffee. So she makes him another cup of coffee. He sits by the window. I love he just leans on the wall by the phone, picks his ear a little bit. And then he's like, and then the phone is like, Kawajiri residence. No, this isn't the Masakos. Like, whatever residence it was. I think it was like Masakos, whatever. It was Mas something. Tells no, it's not here, hangs up. And so then she comes over there, tells her that, hey dear, I made you another cup of coffee. And then he looks at his watch. And also, one of the Hayato starts constructing his plan, how he plans to have this go all in the plan. He's going to blow him to smithereens. He's going to blow him to smithereens and point blank. Like, he's like, oh wait, I'm gonna leave my hat, so he'll come up behind me and bring it to me. So that's when I'll shoot him. He can't do it around the house for obvious reasons. His mom's there. She's gonna probably take the hit for him. She'll probably take the hit for him. So anyway, so she goes over there, gets the cup of coffee, and so then when he picks up the cup of coffee, the cup breaks, burning Kira. It's like, oh, my favorite China set! She still does, oh, my favorite China set. And it's like, oh, jeez. And then the look Hayato had the biggest shit-eating grin here, man. It was fucking perfect. It's like, yeah, take that, asshole! So, and then he goes over there, kisses his mom on the cheek after she's like, oh, my China set, hopefully they burned you. It's like, it's fine. So then Hayato comes over there, kisses his mom on the cheek, and then they leave. And I love, right before he leaves, he shoots Kira this deadly glare right before he puts up his shoes and leaves to go and leaves. So he leaves, and once he gets there, and so he leaves, we see him right where he is. Rohan's already out there. He's waiting for Kira to show. He's like, what the hell? He should be here by now. Where is he? So he's waiting, looking around. Everything happens. There's a lightning strikes the Pepsi sign, and then he sees Kira hiding behind this tree. And he's just sitting there. lean over. Then we get some nerve. We then get some nerves from Kira. Says, you know, I should. You know, if any other service I was to this morning was pleasant, but Hayato's acting a lot different than he usually does. I see a tenacity from him that I've never seen before. Something tells me I should keep locking every move. And so Hayato just says like, come on! Get out of there! Get out! Come on! Step outside of that shitty tree so I can blow you to smithereens! And so he just kind of sits there, but then he gets closer to the trees, and then then Hayato starts panicking, is in complete and utter despair. He's like, no, what is he doing? He starts crying, he's panicking, and I love the analogy. I love the analogies Kira has used in the English dub here. Before, once he was sweating when they were in the bathtub, and he was sweating profusely, he says, what? You're sweating like a guilty little pig, right for slaughter. And now he's like a panicking rat trying to survive in a sea of filth. You know, great stuff. I love these analogies Kira has come up with, man. They're so great. Or the guys over at Viz. Whoever came up with these analogies, you deserve I tip my hat to you, good sir. Anyway, so then Kira, so once he sees that he's in complete airspace, he's like, oh, maybe I misjudged his tenacity. And he also says that, it looks like I felt like we've repeated this day before. 4 times, which we have seen it about 3 times. This is the 3rd time. But maybe that's the 4th. Remember, his pages say do not read on. Do not read on. So maybe those pages were really written there after he read the first time. That's when the page got there, and this is where it is. I think this could actually been the 4th time this day has repeated. We just didn't see the first time. I'm assuming anyway, but as far as we know, it's only been 3. So he steps outside of the tree. Tells hey, I tell you forgot your hat. So then he unleashes the cat, and then it sets up its compressed air, hits Kira right in the heart. Boom! And he's like, oh! And then another one kind of scrapes his head, but hits a tree. And he's like, yes, I did it! Thank you, God, for working your magic. So then he comes over there, about to land one final attack at point blank range, right to his head. And so then when Hayato's about to do it, Kira punches Hayato, but he doesn't actually manage to connect. Deadly Queen stops him. He's like, what? Impossible! This isn't supposed to work this time! And I just gotta say, God in JoJo is an asshole. He's like, it was right here where I realized that there's a guardian angel looking over me. And he pulls out where the hole is, he pulls out his watch. The watch he was wearing earlier, but he used to put it right there to protect him from the attack, so it didn't hit his heart. And so he took it off right after the bird happened. And so then we had this episode. It's like, no, with the eyes like in complete and utter space, like, no, everything was supposed to work this time. And we ended with the time because like a couple seconds later, Rohan's going to die. So what is going to happen, ladies and gentlemen? Will Rohan die? Who knows? Yeah. This episode of JoJo, man, was fucking fire, man. And I have to say, this is without doubt one of my favorite episodes of Diamond is Unbreakable. If not, I don't know if I would call it my favorite. Because there was some stuff, there's those episodes with Koichi, and that episode with the cook were also fantastic. But I think this would be at least my top 3, if not top 5, favorite episodes of Diamond is Unbreakable. And with this episode, Diamond is Unbreakable has officially surpassed Stardust Crusaders as my favorite part of JoJo, man. This was so fucking fire, man. The range of emotions I went through. And when Hayato said that we need to stop just the right time, and his mom walked by the rug, but she didn't trip, I said, "Oh, Araki, you clever bastard." Then after all this was said and done, I said, "Araki is a fucking genius. This is how you make your audience feel complete and utter despair." And now Diamond is Unbreakable has surpassed Stardust Crusaders as my favorite JoJo part. Yeah, I still stand by that, man. Diamond is Unbreakable, man. At first I was like, oh yeah, Kira's gonna love it, but I did not expect it to top Diamond is Unbreakable. Now, I don't expect Part 5 to do this when that airs. Because I have not heard anything really that major about Part 5 like I did with Part 4 with Kira, because, you couldn't go fast. I haven't heard anything from Part 5. But, who knows? Maybe Part 5 might surpass Diamond is Unbreakable. I don't know. But whatever the case may be, this was fucking fire, man. So overall, I'll give this week's episode a 10 out of 10, guys. So hope y'all enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Flickr. Links down in the description box below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.
She still got it. She still got it. She still